Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy.
And I'm Ryan Zielinski.
And the Cubs have a big 8-0 win against the St. Louis Cardinals. Nice bounce back win. Ryan, any opening thoughts on this game?
Good team win. Bats were there, pitching was there, everything, was there. Shutout win. Good bounce back from these last couple games. So really happy to see how they won tonight.
Yeah, so now let's get into Mark's Card Shop's card guessing game. Brought to you by, obviously, Mark's Card Shop, located in Downers Grove, 914 Curtis Street is the address. Go check them out at markscardshop.com. Thank you for sponsoring this segment and today's show. First guy, shortstop for the Toronto Blue Jays. His dad was a big leaguer as well.
Bubba Shep.
Yep. Next guy, Carl, I gave it up. I hope you didn't hear. He was a shortstop for the Astros and now went to the Twins. He was a cheater.
Oh, Carlos Correa.
Yep, Carlos Correa. And lastly, this guy was a White Sox for a while. He had a promising future, but he's in AAA now with the Orioles. He's a DH.
Oh, Eloy.
Yep, Eloy Jimenez. Ryan, do you want to get into today's recap?
Yeah, so the Cubs get a demanding 8-0 win today. That moves them to 47 and 33. They move to 2.5 games still up on the Milwaukee Brewers as the Brewers did beat the Pirates today. And then the Cardinals dropped to 44 and 37. Now 3.5 back of the Cubs. So let's see if the Cubs can get 4.5 ahead of them and hopefully 3.5. The Brewers play tomorrow, right?
I believe so. I'll double check that right now.
Okay.
I would. No, they do not play. This was the
Okay.
last game of that series.
Okay, so we now have a chance to get a half a game up, which would be big.
Yeah.
So top of the first inning, Ian Happ, first pitch of the game, drives one, 370 feet to right field. No better way to start a game, right? What were you thinking when Happ poked that one?
I mean, the Cubs were the better ball club from the first pitch to the last pitch. I mean, from the pitching to the hitting to the execution, everything was better. The Cubs outplayed them tonight. I love what I saw. First pitch of the game. It's nothing better, nothing more exciting as a fan.
Yeah, I mean, like I was expecting like to break up this cold streak, right? Like I was just hoping that they would just win, right? Like a 2-1 grinded out game. But I mean, for them to win 8-0 today and start it how they did, like that was a good sign. And on the top of the second, Dansby Swanson leads off with a ground rule double. And then Michael Bush singles to center, scores Dansby to put Michael on first. Nico lines out to center. Then Matt Shaw lined out to second. Reese McGuire goes up into the attic, 383 feet into the bullpen. Um, Reese McGuire showing us again that he deserves more playing time. What were you thinking?
I love it. I mean, Rich McGrath is the glue guy. I mean, he hustles. He does everything right. I mean, I love Reese McGuire. He's bringing some unexpected power to the plate, and I love his defense. I mean, Reese the Goon McGuire has been showing out as of late.
Reese the Good McGuire. I wonder what that means. And then at the top of the third inning, Kyle Tucker leads off with a home run, 409 feet to right center to give the Cubs a 5-0 lead. The bats were on point today. What did you think from Kyle Tucker in the top of the third?
I want to congratulate him on his 700th career major league hit. Big accomplishment from King Tuck. And I mean, this was a bomb right off the bat. You knew he was gone. 409 feet. That's one of those balls, and you're just like, oh, get another one, because that one's not coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah, he pounded that thing. And then Seiya flew out. Pete Crow grounded out, and then Dansby grounded out. Top of the fourth, Michael Bush leads off with a single, and then he steals. Nico fouls out with a good play by Burleson down the line, who's been very good this series. He made a sliding catch, and then Michael Bush tagged a third. Then Matt Shaw walked and then stole second, I believe, on the first pitch of the Reese McGuire at bat. Then Reese McGuire pops up or hits a pop up to center, and then Ian Happ gets a 2-run single to right field, scores 2 runs, makes it 7-0. Ian Happ's a great day. Then Tucker singled to get Happ to third, first and third. Kyle Tucker stole second. Sale walked to put the bases loaded, and then Pete Crow grounds out to second to end that inning. Then in the top of the fifth inning, Dansby struck out, but then he got to first on the bad pitch. Michael Bush was safe by the fielding error. It was kind of weird. So he hit a little chopper on a check swing, and then the catcher overran it. I don't know if there was spin or something, but catcher overruns it, has to come back through it, but not in time. Then Nico singled. Everybody moved up 90, bases loaded. Um, and then it was bases loaded, right?
It was bases loaded,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was.
Shaw grounded out to force out, but then he beat out the double play.
Yeah, he beat out the double play. Still would have scored, or no, or yeah, still would have scored the run if he did get doubled off, but he beat the double play out. And then Reese McGuire struck out looking. Um, and then Ian Happ walked to get Matt Shaw to second. So 2 on, 2 out, and then Kyle Tucker struck out. One thing I want to point out is they scored in each inning, first through five. So I think that was like the fifth time since like 2000 or something. Like I don't know, it was some like fancy stat, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then in the top of the sixth inning, Dansby singled with 2 outs, but then Michael Bush grounded out. And then I believe that's really it for like any type of rally that the Cubs had. The Cardinals really didn't have anything going tonight. Um Oh, in the top of the eighth inning, PCA or Tucker walked with 1 out. Saya struck out, so it was Kyle Tucker on first, 2 out. PCA hit what looked to be a single to get Kyle Tucker to third, but PCA ends up using his speed, getting a double. But then Dansby struck out. What's new with 2 on and 2 out to end that inning. And then pretty much from there, nothing really crazy happened. Porter Hodge came in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch or second pitch, I believe, was a single. Um,
Well, actually, the Cardinals pitched a position player in the top of the
that's
ninth.
right. That's right.
1-2-3 for
Three
Garrett.
pitch inning.
Yeah, three pitch inning for the
Yeah.
save that baseball.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and then Porter Hodge came in the ninth, shuts the door. Cubs get the win, 8-0. What were your thoughts on just the game as a whole today?
First thing, congratulations to Michael Bush on his 300th hit in the major leagues. Super impressive in, I believe, only 2 or 3 years. I mean, his first year he didn't get a lot of looks with the Dodgers, but these 2 years with the Cubs have been great. Loved what I've seen from Michael Bush. He's great defensively, and he's an even better hitter. So congratulations to Michael Bush, and it's a great game. Matthew Boyd continues to be this team's ace. I love what I've seen from him. The southpaw just goes out there and he does his thing. Not that he's not too flashy. He doesn't throw hard. He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. He just does his job. And a reason why the Cubs have been so successful this year. Ian Happ with a big offensive night. Kyle Tucker, Dansby, Michael Bush. I mean, there was 4 Cubs with 2 hits tonight, so that's a lot of times when you have 4 guys with 2 hits, you're gonna win a ball game. Even and they had 11 hits on the night, so very impressive from the Cubs,
Yeah,
especially the pitching staff. They only allowed 4 hits the entire night. And but the thing is, this Cubs pitching staff isn't super flashy. I mean, only 4 strikeouts, but in a shutout, that's kind of surprising. A lot of times, like you got a lot with this new style of MLB, you got all these flashy pitchers that are throwing 100, 102, 103, and they're getting all these strikeout numbers. But a lot of these guys on the Cubs are just doing their job. They get in there, they get 3 outs, and that's what I love about this team. They're a very gritty group.
yeah. The only Cubs without a hit tonight were Saya and Matt Shaw. So that's, I mean, obviously not good for them, but that's awesome that everybody in the lineup got a hit. But yeah, Cubs pitching, they're just doing their job, getting outs. And that's what we'll move into now, the pitching. So for the Cubs, Matthew Boyd gets the start in the win. He moves to 7-3. He threw 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 79 pitches, 58 thrown for strikes. He's at a 2.65 ERA now. Ryan Brasher went an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 8 pitches, 5 for strikes. He's at now a 1.59 ERA. Michael Fulmer, one inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, a strikeout, 6 pitches, 5 for strikes, 4.76 ERA. And then Porter Hodge in the ninth comes in an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 13 pitches, 11 for strikes. He's now at a 4.87 ERA. Good to have him back. Very glad. Good piece of the bullpen. What did you think about the 13 pitches he threw tonight, and just but kind of the positive of having him back?
I'm super happy Porter Hodge is back. He's a huge arm for this team, and I'm super happy he's going to be back. The only thing that I didn't like tonight was the velocity wasn't where I wanted it to be. It was only about 94, 95. Beginning of the year, he's topping out 96, 97, 98. So the velocity dipped about 3 to 4 miles per hour. He looked fine, though. I mean, you're not really getting tested when it's a bunch of pinch hitters and stuff. So we'll see how he does in some of these big spots. But actually, Ryan, I have a question for you. So with Shota Imanaga getting the start tomorrow, they're going to have to call someone down. Who do you think it'll be?
Ooh, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like right now, I
I'm
mean,
thinking Michael Fulmer.
you think?
Yeah, I mean, who else? It'll be Fulmer or Brazier. Brazier's sitting at a
Yeah,
1.59 ERA. It's kind of hard to calm him down when he's pitching that well. I think in his last 8 innings, he's given up 4 hits and no runs. He's been unhittable in his last couple of outings.
yeah. I don't think you can. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Michael Fulmer is honestly the only option. Like again, I would have said Ben Brown, but they already sent him down. So, yeah, I think Michael Fulmer is really the only option here. I mean, you want to see him, do well, but I just think with Shota coming back, you gotta, you know, make a tough call there. I think it'll be Fulmer, yeah, or Brazier, just because of how he hasn't, exactly thrown the huge innings yet. But I think the right move is Fulmer.
Yeah, but I do not think this will be the last time we will see Michael Fulmer or Ryan Brazier this year.
No, not at all. I think Fulmer, he was good. Was it late 2023 was when he was kind of like,
2022, I believe.
yeah, it was when he was like really good. And then got hurt. But yeah, good to see him back. But I think he'll go down, come back up later in the year. But yeah. So for the Cardinals, Eric Fetty gets the start. He goes 3 2/3. He got shelled tonight. Eight hits, 7 runs, all earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He got 3 home runs, 78 pitches, 48 for strikes. He's now at a 4.11 ERA. King came in to relieve him. Two and a third, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 37 pitches, 24 for strikes. He's at a 4.66 ERA. Then Svanzen from I think he's from around here. He went to Aurora. He played for the Joliet Slammers. He had 2 innings. He looked really well actually. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, 35 pitches, 25 for strikes. He's at a 3.45 ERA, and I believe he was called up yesterday. I think.
Might have been.
Yeah, it was something like that. But what did you kind of think of him? I mean, only it was for a couple innings in a blowout. But what did you kind of see from him?
Right-hander, I mean, he has some pretty good stuff. He's a good off speed. He's a 3.45 ERA on the year, so obviously he's doing something right. He's 26 and he's promising. I think he can be a pretty solid arm for a big league club.
Yeah, and then Garrett Hampson comes in to just throw the ninth. Just to get through. He throws
Cardinals
three
debut.
pitches. What?
This was his Cardinals debut.
Yeah, it was his Cardinals debut today. And he threw 3 pitches, all of them for outs. I mean, that's something that doesn't happen a lot. And
He played 3 positions today. He played the infield, the outfield, and he pitched.
yeah, I mean that's quite the debut for him. But yeah, gets a 3 pitch inning, and yeah, that was cool. So, what did you kind of see? Like, I know it's tough to kind of you know think about this just because Eric Fetty didn't have his stuff and Matthew Boyd did. So the relievers for the Cardinals were just throwing innings, and the Cubs were also like. What did you kind of see the difference from Eric Fetty to Matthew Boyd?
I mean, I think Boyd hit his spots. Fetty was kind of all over the place, I felt. Boyd didn't walk anyone. Fetty walked two guys. Walks come back to score.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a a question that's just kind of like obvious, right? Eric Fetty gave up 8, Matthew Boyd gave up none. Do you think Matt Boyd should kind of be in the serious like all NL All Star game talks to like potentially maybe I won't say starting, but just in the All Star game talks.
I totally think he earned that. I mean, the year that he's putting up, especially when your two aces go down, he's really stepped up for this team in a big way. I do think that he should be considered to go to Atlanta. I don't think he'll make it right away, but who knows? Maybe some of these guys don't want to go and he'll end up being reserve. So I hope Matthew Boyd gets an opportunity because he really deserves it. I think the 6 guys on the Cubs: Carson Kelly, Kyle Tucker, PCA, Seiya Suzuki, Nico Horner, Michael Bush, and then Matthew Boyer, the 7, I think have chances to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, and I definitely think, I mean, 5 of those really should.
Carson Kelly probably will happen. I think the 2 outfielders,
Carson Kelly, Kyle Tucker, and PCA. I honestly think
Nico.
Andy Pages. I think Andy Pages could start over Kyle Tucker. Like really unbiased, I really think he could. But yeah, so PCA, Kyle Tucker will be there. Carson Kelly will be there. I think Seiya should.
Well, Ryan, this is kind of an. I want you to answer this unbiased as possible because Cubby Nation has really shown out to try and get some of these guys to Atlanta. What's your take on fan voting? Because I know there's a lot of people complaining and crying about it, but I see their point because James Wood is ninth. He's barely getting votes when he's been one of the best players in the league this year. And I think he's like first, second, third in most of these big categories is for outfielders. I think he's getting ripped off. And as much as I hate to say it, Nico Horner's above Brendan Donovan, and on paper, they've both been very good, but I think Brendan Donovan has had a way better year than Nico Horner, unfortunately. But I don't.
Yes.
What's your take?
So for the fan voting, like I know it's not like the deciding factor. Like it does play a part, but it's not the deciding factor. As much as I love it, like it is kind of sometimes like just a rip off for a lot of guys that deserve it. So I just think, it could be, used as like something fun, but I don't think that they should use it as, as big of a factor as they do.
Kind of a hot take. Maybe what if they did like a fan vote for like the home run derby, and maybe those guys are the ones who get asked before other guys. I mean, because the home
Yeah,
run
they could do
derby
that.
is more of a fun event. Like you can have the fan favorites in that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they should incorporate some type of fan vote or something for the derby rather than the All Star game, because I feel like some of these guys are really getting ripped off with it, and it's unfortunate.
Speaking of the Derby, so Ronald Acuna said he'd be in it today. He said that. Did they announce like any of the other guys? Because I like,
No,
do you think Seiya or Kyle should be in there if they want
I
to?
heard PCA does not want to be in it.
Yeah, PCA said no, but I don't. Do you think Kyle Tucker or Seiya could get a shot, like if they want to
I
go?
think they could, but I hope they don't because I don't want it to mess up their swing when the Cubs are going to have some very important ball games late in the year. And look at Kyle Schwarber. I mean, he almost won the Derby, and then he had a really bad second half to the year. So I
Yeah,
really,
that's kind of a good
I would
point.
really consider it, and I understand they might want it, but if I'm Jed Hoyer and Craig Counsell, I might shut it down for them.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, that's a good point. That was what 2019, 2018, something like that. It
2019.
was 2019. That's actually when the Cubs like collapsed, and that was the year that they didn't make the playoffs. So yeah, I would probably say no. I mean, it's fun to watch them, but I just kind of hope that they won. And how soon do you think the Cubs like need a third baseman to play, for Matt Shaw when, they're trying to win a World Series?
I think as soon as possible because a third baseman should be a guy who's hitting fourth, fifth, sixth in your lineup. That's a big position offensively. Look at all of these teams in their third basemen that are hitting very high in the lineup. And when you have a guy, Matt Shaw, I hate to say it, but offensively, he's kind of holding this team down, I feel. I mean, defensively, he's great, but he's hitting 214 on the year. He's kind of a liability at the plate right now for the Cubs. And I think you need to find a replacement as soon as possible. I'm not saying you need to go out there and get Nolan Arenado, but you need to get someone that can do a job and with playoff experience.
Yeah, I mean Ryan McMahon, even like
Gamer, a
yeah,
Hangis. I really want a Hangis Suarez.
I really do
I
too.
will I will do anything to get Eugenio Suarez as long as it's not Matt Shaw or Cade Horton. I'm giving up anybody. I say pick a top 10 prospect, and then you can get two prospects anywhere from 11 to 20.
Would you do like Owen, Casey, Nazier, Mule for a Henio Suarez?
100%. I would
You
do that.
would. Yeah, I would too. I think a Henio Suarez like it could be a guy who stays on this club for like a year or two after, right? To kind of mentor. I won't say mentor Shaw, but like they compete for who plays
I
that
hate to say
position.
it, but you got to look at the dark side. I mean, if Kyle Tucker doesn't get extended, then it's going to be those guys in the outfield, and then Matt Shaw can play third, and Gino can DH.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and then rank these in order of importance. So one being, most, three being least important for the Cubs to get, toward the deadline. Relief pitching, starting pitching, and the third baseman.
So, if you were to ask me this, my opinion has really shifted on it. I think third base is the most important need, honestly. I mean, I love what Cade Horton's doing. I like JMO and Boyd. I trust those two. And then we're getting Shota back. I think you need a really good third baseman. I think you can just get an average starting pitcher. I don't think you need an Alcantara, a Sailor, a Gallon. I'd be fine with an Aaron Savali, a Mitch Keller, someone that's just kind of okay and will do a job.
Yeah, I agree. Like that's the thing. They don't need like an ace right now. They literally need someone that can just do a
I would
job.
rather take two average starting pitchers than one stud. This is my hot take. Get two guys, move Cade Horton to the bullpen, make him your eighth inning man.
Oh, okay. So
I
you
love to
take
see
Kate out
it.
of the rotation.
Nothing against him. I just don't. He's not playoff tested. He hasn't really had any big starts for this club yet. And if you get two kind of average guys to hold down the fort, I think Cade would be a dirty end of the game reliever, kind of like how Chris Sale, Michael Kopech, those guys were at the start of their career. Garrett Crochet, even. Look at three guys. I know they're all White Sox, but three guys who were promising pitching prospects came up, did
As starters.
as starters, but were late inning men in the bullpen and then developed into good starters.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
obviously,
actually.
Kopech didn't pan out, but look at Chris Sale and Garrett Crochet. Crochet is going to be a hands down all star, and he's in the Cy Young talks for the AL. And Chris Sale is one of the best pitchers in the past 10 years in the major leagues.
Yeah, I mean, you make him your Alzolai, who was once a starter and then blossomed into the closer. Obviously, Cade wouldn't be the
But
closer,
I'm
but
not saying that Cade should be a reliever full time. Make him a reliever this year, and then put him in the rotation next year. I'm
yeah, I like
totally
that.
fine with that. Stretch him out during next year's spring training. Make him a starter. Then totally fine.
Yeah, I like that. So now we will move into tomorrow's ball game.
One thing, don't get me wrong, the Cubs do need a couple more relievers. That does not hurt. I like what they've done, but if you can get some of these high leverage arms, that's when Craig Counsell can really cook up with his bullpen and his pitching, and when he works best.
Yeah, we talked about it. Like he does well with his high quality arms.
Hot take: I would give up Owen Casey, Triantos, and Drew Gray. Give me that package, and then get Mason Miller in a Cubs uniform.
Ooh, Mason Miller. Okay, all right, I would like that. So tomorrow, a very intriguing pitching matchup. Shota Imanaga, for the first time since May 4th, will start for the Cubs. He's just 3-2 with a 2.82 ERA, 44 and a 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 35 hits, thrown 34 strikeouts, 14 walks, 7 home runs. And then Andre Palante for the St. Louis Cardinals, 5-3 with a 4.48 ERA, 82 and a third inning pitched. He's given up 81 hits, 58 strikeout, or thrown 58 strikeouts, given up 27 walks, and given up 11 home runs. What are the keys to the game tomorrow? And then a score prediction.
I mean, build off Shota, help him out. I mean, it's his first start back. I assume he'll probably go 5 to 6 innings because he is stretched out and did have a couple rehab starts. I know He's gone 4 to 5 innings multiple times, so he should be pretty stretched out. Bats need to attack early like they did today. A lot of times when the Cubs get out to an early lead early, they never look back. And that's one thing that this offense does really good. They get out to an early lead and then they continue it throughout the game. So my 3 keys, you need to do that, build off of Shota. And lastly, you need to go split a series. It's a big game.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. Like the last two episodes, very dark episodes, right? We've been very upset, spoken our minds about kind of what this team needs. You win this game, you split the series, you're 15 games up above 500 again. Probably, you're gonna be 3 games ahead in the division. So all that negative to kind of turn it around, give you a positive going into this Houston series, which is not going to be easy at all.
With the Cubs
Um,
W and the Phillies loss tomorrow, that makes them second in the National League again.
exactly, and not
One game
playing a
back of
wild
the
card series.
Dodgers.
Exactly. So what is your score prediction for tomorrow?
10-1 Cubs. I'm feeling a big W.
Wow.
10-1 Cubs. Screw the
Okay.
Cardinals. Screw Daniel Palante. Let's go get a W and let's go split a series and get some momentum going in to Kyle Tucker's return in Houston and Cam Smith's revenge series and Isaac Paredes.
So my score prediction, Milwaukee's low, bro. St. Louis, baby, bro. 9-2 Cubs win. Split with baby, bro. Made them think they were gonna win the series, but they get excited. We'll split that thing with them.
The throwing philosopher back on the bump.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, so 9-2 Cubs win. Let's go get a dub tomorrow. So we'll look at the scores around the league today.
White Sox beat the D-backs 7-3. Go tune into my vlog. That was a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Lenny Sosa, two home runs. It was his first time in his career. I go check out the video. I almost caught a Josh Naylor home run. I was here. The home run was maybe where that wall is. You guys can't see it.
Where's the diving catch? Where's the effort? You gotta be
Okay,
laying out for
I'll
that thing.
explain this. So there's the bleachers, and then there's the Goose Island section, which is only limited to adults. It's like all you can drink and stuff. So what I would have had done is hop over that and count it, but I was banking on for it to take a hop and then come over to me. So I was hoping it did, but I was close. I was on TV too, so I'll take that. Super fun game. Definitely have to go to some more Sox, just MLB games in general. Dodgers are beating the Rockies 8-1. Michael Conforto hit a bomb. Marlins beating the Giants 8-4. Hermirto Hernandez, go ahead 2-run single. What a name. And
Yeah.
then in the pitching matchup that we've been looking forward to for the entire week, Jacob Mysorowski gets the best of Paul Skeens. He is 3-0 in his MLB career with a 1.13 ERA, and the Brewers really got to Skeens in the second inning. Even though I was at a ball game, I was still keeping check on this game because it was a very exciting game. The Angels beat the Red Sox 5-2. Yusei Kikuchi struck out 12 batters, very impressive. The Padres beat the Nationals 1-0 in a pitcher's duel between Nick Pivetta and Mackenzie Gore. Gotta feel terrible for Mackenzie Gore. He's 3-8 on the year with a 3.09 ERA. He just can't get any luck. Get him out of Washington as soon as possible and give him to a contender in the
Right
AL
here.
or the
Right here.
yep.
Right here.
Put him in the baby blues on Friday at 120.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we probably have to give up a lot because he's an intriguing left-handed arm who's probably
Yeah.
going to be one of the best arms. I doubt.
And he's like 27 years old. There's no
Yeah,
way.
but hey, go listen to this, Chad. Make a move. The Rangers beat the Orioles 7-0. DeGrom 7 strikeouts, allowed 1 hit.
He had a no hitter into the sixth, I think.
Yep. The Athletics beat the Tigers 3-0. The only scoring was a Nick Kurtz 3-run home run. I mean, this guy's been on a crazy run as of late.
Wait, who hit the home run?
Kurtz on the Athletics.
Oh, okay.
The Guardians won 5-4 on a Jose Ramirez walk-off single against the Blue Jays. The Mets beat the Braves 7-3. Juan Soto hit two home runs. Yankees beat the Reds 7-1. Max Fried earned his 10th win on the year, which lowers him to a 1.92 ERA. The Rays beat the Royals 3-0. Drew Rasmus 5 scoreless innings, struck out 5. The Twins beat the Mariners 2-0. Cody Clemens hit a home run, and Joe Ryan struck out 8. Hopefully, we see him in the baby blue in a couple of weeks. He would
Yes,
be
sir.
a great arm. I'd love to see in the Cubs uniform. Sneaky, very good year. He's 8-3 on the year with a 2.86 ERA. I really think this is a trade target for the Cubs. Astros beat the Phillies 2-0. Victor Caratini solo bomb, former
Yeah,
Cub. But
never forget that guy.
Zach Wheeler still struck out 8-6, even though one thing I do want to talk about though, on another note, something really cool at the Sox game today was how everyone was cheering for Ketel Marte after those comments. I mean, everyone's with Ketel, and yeah, it's not very classy by a White Sox fan. I mean, what do you expect
Yeah.
from trashy Southsiders anymore?
Yeah, seriously. That's just disgusting, right? No place for that in baseball.
Anything around the league?
I don't think so. You know,
Kurtz on the Athletic is on the A's is on a crazy run. I think he had like 2 walk-off bombs last or this week, and then he had another 3-run bomb today. I mean, he's been on a crazy run. He's a
yeah,
he's a fun player to watch for sure.
yeah,
And he was a first round pick, I believe, in last year's draft, and I can't wait to see what he can do in the rest of his big league career.
yeah, yeah. He's been intriguing so far.
Now, your guys' favorite part, Immaculate Grid. Let's get right into it. First, we got Phillies and Blue Jays.
Phillies and Blue Jays give me. Mm,
I feel like I'm trying to think. Pitchers. I'm trying.
skip that one for now.
All right, next. You want to read it off? Next one.
Yeah, we got the Pirates and the Phillies.
Uh, Dude, I feel like we should know this.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, wait. Pirates and the
Did
Phillies.
Spencer Horwitz play for the Phillies? Or no, he was on Toronto.
Yeah.
Spencer.
Wait. No, yeah, you're right. He did.
Spencer Horwitz. Wait, I want to search it up. I feel like he was on the Phillies.
Wait, would Dexter Fowler technically
Okay.
count for played center field? Because played center field for the Blue Jays. Would he technically count?
No, Horwitz was not on the Phillies. Played center field for the Blue Jays.
Because he did sign a contract with them,
He
but I
never played
don't.
a game though.
He
Let's just
didn't.
put
Oh,
Springer.
okay.
Springer played center. He played center, right?
Yeah, I remember he got hurt in the wild card game that they choked.
Pirates center field, O'Neal Cruz. Nope. A center fielder, 300 plus home runs. The kid. Reds, 300 plus career home runs. Pete Rose.
For the Reds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Joey Votto, actually. I don't know. Joey Votto.
Oh, you're going to go Votto?
Yeah, I went Votto.
Okay.
Phillies 300 plus. Wouldn't Harper have 300 plus?
I'll check.
No, he did. I put it in. Bryce Harper.
He did? Okay.
Now he's got to get these Pirates and Cincy.
Wait, who'd you get for played center field 300 home runs? You got anyone?
The kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Did Pirates and did Amir Garrett play? Or no, Derek Dietrich? Was he
like,
on the Pirates?
wait, I feel like Amir Garrett was on the Pirates. Or no, he wasn't. He fought the Pirates. He had like a 1 versus like 50 fight versus them. I remember that.
Yeah.
Phillies Blue Jays, like really.
Yeah. This is tough. Pirates Cincy. I'm trying to think of like In division players.
Yeah, me too. There's such an obvious one.
I know. I think. Did Amir Garrett? He might have.
Uh, I feel like
No, he didn't. Cincinnati, Kansas City, and LA. I looked it up because I was curious. Dude, this is a tough one, man. This is a really tough one.
yeah. Oh gosh.
You want to skip this one?
Yeah.
Alright. Are we giving up?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's going to be obvious answers once we give up, but
Let's see. I want to know the Blue Jays and the Phillies first. Jose Bautista.
Blue Jays and Phillies?
Oh, Blue Jays and Phillies. Jason Worth.
Roy Halladay.
Yeah, damn. That was
Reds and Blue Jays. No one. Edwin Encarnacion. That's a good one.
how could I forget?
Cincy and Pirates.
That's what I'm doing right now.
No one really that we would have gotten.
Oh yeah, no.
Pirates and Phillies. Andrew McCutchen. It's all good though. Cubs W.
Yeah, it's
Go
fine. I'd rather take an L on the Immaculate Grid and have the Cubs win.
Go tune in to my vlog from today's game with the Sox after you watch this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zielinski.
See you guys in the next episode. Go Cubs, go.